Warning, this is a horror game and it is not intended for all audiences. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as parallax effects that on rare occasions have caused motion sickness in players. Watch with care and enjoy the video. Alright everybody, hello. Welcome back to another Slay the Princess video. We're back with more of the pristine cut. I do believe in total this is, what, part 10 now? Some of you also may be familiar with my cat, who loves to sit on my desk. Haven't had her on the desk in a hot minute for a recording, but she is back again to grace us with her glorious presence. Everybody say hello to Pandora. Hi, sweet baby. I know, you're gonna kick the mouse, aren't you? That's fine, you kick that mouse. Oh, it has been quite a day. It's another late in the evening recording night, but that's okay. I'm excited to see what we can figure out today. I'm starting to run out of ideas for how to get to certain things. I've got something that I want to try, and I guess we'll see if it takes us anywhere new. Otherwise, I might start looking at some of the descriptions in the memories here, and seeing what some of these descriptions tell us about maybe ways to get to things that we haven't gotten to before. Let's go ahead and swap over here. As you might remember, last time we tackled the beast and the den. So that was the last thing we had worked on. So let's go ahead and back out a little bit here, and let's continue our story. Okay, so I think this time I'm gonna skip all of this dialogue and head straight there. I don't know if not talking takes us straight to the version where we have to kill her, or if there's still options there. Hi, yes, you're kicking the mouse, baby. Let me slide you over a little bit. Thank you. So let's go ahead and head straight to the cabin and see what this does. It's been a hot minute,
your way up
so I don't
short
super
path
remember.
to the cabin.
I don't remember if this will lock us, like,
The interior of the
in.
cabin is almost entirely.
I'm also just gonna skip all the dialogue that we've already heard before. If this is your first Slay the Princess video, I do recommend going back and watching at least a couple of the other ones. I tend to skip a little bit less of the dialogue in some of them. Let's go ahead and take the blade, though.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
If that's what we're gonna do, but I mean, you know. Let's head on down. I want to see if I can take
The door to the
blade
basement
and just
creaks
like, go like
open,
straight at
revealing
her,
a staircase
but not
faintly
kill her. If I can just like
illuminated by an
immediately
unseen
free
light
her,
in the room below.
or if it'll lock me in.
This is an oppressive place. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Let's just head straight in. Hi, you're in the camera now.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Okay, let's
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far
see.
wall of the basement.
Okay, okay, so there's not just outright an option to free her immediately. I do have to, like, interact a little first. Let's just, what, no way? Since that's kind of along the lines of, I wanted to just come here and be like, no, I'm not doing that.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Well, I need something to free you with, don't I? Sassy.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
This is true. Okay, so let's see how our options change. I guess we just have to go ahead and drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Because there is a certain thing that I want to see. I know there's options where after we free her and it attempts to kill her, you can either warn her. In some options, it gives you the option to just go ahead and let it attack without warning, and I do think that's something we haven't done yet, but I didn't go back and check which routes get us there, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe this will. We'll see.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
You still gotta sound all scary, don't you?
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
So safe.
We'll be fine.
Perfectly fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
Hi.
You're going to need it.
I didn't even realize my dog was in here too. Hi, baby. Hi. Are you jealous? Do you want to show the video people yourself as well? Aha. You guys are graced with the double animal feature. Hi, sweetie. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, come on. She didn't even do anything. Alright, you. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back to it here.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Hey, I didn't even do anything this time. Okay, mostly it's exploring. If I do We've Talked enough, does it just straight up attack, or can I just choose to free her? Okay, that's just how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Sure I can.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I'm sure that'll go well.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, probably. Okay,
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I've decided what to try to do.
You know why you're here.
Yup. Examine the chain.
You have to be kidding me.
Haha. Joke's
You
on you.
walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Nope, it's not. There was nothing up there.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Wouldn't they have? No. Okay, Any ideas besides cutting you out?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Oh, okay.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
I'm sure I've
If we
been
were
through
stuck
most
down
of
here
this
for
before.
long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
How
Is someone else
convenient,
here?
as it always is.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Nah.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yup, as they always
knife.
do.
Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah. You'll do what you always do. I don't know if I've turned around and tried to slay her after offering to free her either. I might have to consider that at some point as well. But I want to see... Let me go ahead and just... I guess I can just hit save. That'll... 'Cause if it doesn't, I could always return here and try something else to give us a different Alright, let's get her out of here.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
I will say, it's not supposed to let us make choices we've already made, so I mean, we are on a path already. Question is if it's a path from our last actual full playthrough.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Well, maybe she's been down here so long she's numb to it all.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Alright.
No, we
Time
won't
to
have
see
any
if
of
I
that.
can
The
choose
stakes
the
are
other
too
option
high.
this
You
time.
can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Sure he can.
Watch me.
Okay, see, so yeah, normally I would warn her here. I don't know that I've actually ever tried to just slay her at this point. Maybe I have, I don't know. I really should go back and like check my other videos. Let's try it.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Ow.
Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
How awful of us.
Are you serious?
Apparently.
I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
Yep, you sure will. I'll see you next time.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one.
Okay.
But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
What do we got here? Okay, slay or give up. I don't know that I've tried to... So the question is, we know that sometimes different types of choices will still take you to the same outcome, usually on the third one. I don't think we've had that on the second. Let's... I'm worried this is gonna take us to one of, like, the ghosts. Let's try.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm,
She just-
her grip like a stone vice.
Just nope. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was expecting.
You drop the blade. Pathetically.
Ah! Ow! Owie!
She lets go, and faster than you can react,
Oh,
rears
she's-
back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker.
You know, she did say that she was just going to punch us to death, but you know. Petra. Hey, baby. Oh, come here. Really? You said it, puppy. Alright, let's see.
There's a ringing in your
Ow.
ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves.
Okay, let's see here.
You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again.
Okay, well now it's getting excessive.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
Ow.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
You couldn't have started with that?
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess.
Okay.
It can't just end like this, right?
It's gonna.
I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
As we do. Oh, I think, no, we've had the tower before. Dang it. That was an earlier one that we got.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Hasn't
It
this
hasn't.
happened?
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Lies!
If he
You know
doesn't
better.
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows?
Yeah, there's the
nothing
broken.
we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
I'm trying to think if I ever came back to this section to try something I wanted to try in it. I don't think I did, so maybe we can still get something new out of this.
A warning before you go any further.
Alright. Oh, and the kitty's back too. Also got the puppy in my lap now. All of the pets are here to hang.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Never.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
That's his job.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone,
Well-
yourself included.
Time for a catastrophe then.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Let's make this so much harder than it has to be.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's grab us
Why
a
do we feel
knife.
so small?
Because we are.
We don't feel small. We are small.
This is true. Okay. Let's approach our mirror like
Walk
we do.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Let's do so.
Reach
Get
forward,
mirror, go
rub
away.
your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Constantly ridiculous, thank you.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
I bet we looked fine.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I probably should have done this section without the blade, but
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
it's been so long since we've been to this part.
This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Hey, some basements are quite nice and livable, actually.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Well, let's get down there
Should
then.
we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Oh, don't worry. He's constantly concerning. It's fine.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Okay.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Don't
The
you
little
worry.
bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
I was gonna just cut your hand off again if you needed me to.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that.
Yeah, sure we did.
And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Okay. Hopefully
Oh,
this
I understand
changes
what's going
something.
on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Okay.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
Rude.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Talk away. I'm
The
here.
last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Not necessarily. You don't know why I'm here.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
Oh, you know.
Speak.
You would give me a moment.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best.
Supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
Let's go end the world.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Let's do it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Doubt it. Okay. Let's see. What did happen after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
There was nothing wrong with that question.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, priest it is. pledge ourselves to her.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
Because you can't do that on your own?
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her, not when the stakes are so high, not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me.
Have we done this? I feel like I've done this. I feel like I already went back and did this at some point.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
So I did look. We have actually already been down this road, unfortunately. So, let's go ahead and grab one of... Let's go ahead and head back to the menu real quick. We're gonna try... How do I get out of here? Let me get out of here. We're gonna load up one of our saves, and we're gonna try a different path. I hate that we've already gone so far down this one, but let's see if we can find something else here. Alright, hey everybody. As you can see, I'm wearing a different outfit right now. We had a few hang-ups last night while trying to record, but we are back again to try to see if we can salvage where we left off. I was able to get out of the game. I have the save from this point here. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find a new route from it or not, but ooh boy, are we at least going to give it our best. So let's see if we can figure out something different we can do here or not. So I had made a quick save in the middle. I probably should have saved it over on a different file so we could go back to the very beginning if we needed to, but hopefully maybe we can still figure something out here. So let's go ahead and save
Against
her,
your better
like
judgment,
we did before.
you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the mass. No, we
Try
won't
to
have
get out of
any
here.
of
So,
that. The
okay,
stakes are too
we know that
high.
at this
You
point,
can't
if
just
we
let her
try
escape into the
to
world.
slay her,
No,
it's just
I
going
just
to end
can't
up
let
putting
her
us
escape into the
back
world.
with the tower.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just...
So, we've got a few options. We can try to attack her and then resist it afterwards, or we can just straight up warn her and go from there as well. I think... Let's go ahead and try the slay again, and then I believe there was an option after attacking to try to resist again.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Yeah, we can try to give up here.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker. You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures
dropped the
blossoming with
knife.
blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Yeah, probably not, though.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
Rude.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right?
But it's gonna.
I'm sorry, but it's over.
Alright, we'll
Everything goes
see if
dark,
this takes us to the tower as
and
well.
you die.
Okay, so yeah, this is still, unfortunately, the tower, so give me a sec here,
You're
and we
on
will
a
see where we
path
can
in the
get with
woods,
another reload.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, we're back here once again. I did also look at the Memories tab, trying to get an idea of if there is something we can attempt to work towards and salvage this with. There seems like there might be a couple options, so we'll see what we can manage. I do think there might be a path going forward with slaying her. All I can do is try, right?
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
Okay, well that's definitely new. I think the last time that we even had hesitation, she fought back a lot quicker than this.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
She certainly isn't.
It's an act. She's unarmed, and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, never be sure of that.
Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you.
Ow.
The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Alright, well, let's go for it.
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet.
She's still chained up.
Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Okay. Oh. Okay, so this, I think, is blocked out because it definitely leads to a path we've already done on this run. Let's go to finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive?
Oh yeah, it's very reassuring. I'm sure it's perfectly fine.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Yes, we know how much the narrator loves to only state the facts of a situation.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
I don't know if feeling your organs bouncing around is an accurate description, but alright.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Okay.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder,
And what are we wondering this time?
do you really think this is the end?
Oh, don't worry, I know it's not.
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. The adversary. I think that's new?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I was worried for a second that this is gonna take us to the ghost one, but I don't think that one was titled The Adversary.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sure will. Okay, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. If he doesn't remember what happened, then you know I can hear you, right? That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we've had the stubborn or not. There's so many playthroughs at this point that I get mixed up a little bit.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Alright, let's...
Those are two
Get a little
very
bit
different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the... If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which
think
probably...
all
We did
of
our
this
best with the
is
information
the
we were
same.
given. And we did kill her.
It's true.
And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
To actually do this right, shouldn't you just have been happy that we did in fact kill her? Like, how is me dying? Like, obviously it's a problem because it's reset us in some way, but like, hey, give us some credit here.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing any... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
But having succeeded, what has happened to everybody in the place I left? That's the real question.
Ugh. Enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Sure does. Alright, have I done? Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
All she did last time was beat me to death. How can that end the world? She's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
That's a little bit of a loose. What is this place?
People locked her in that basement.
Yes,
and I told you what this
people.
place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I don't know that those questions are overcomplicating things, so to say, but like I think they're very reasonable questions.
Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions?
Oh, hush you. Viewers love questions.
There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
This is probably true. We've had a lot of runs where we've wasted energy and it's cost us things. Yeah, why did the people who lock her away slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Aw, we're special.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Oh, now you like to talk.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Oh, why else indeed? Alright, let's move
Right,
on.
now if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Good old turn around and leave option.
A
That's
warning.
always fine.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
I mean, you can definitely cheat. I guess there's not really cheating in, like, a real fight. It's just winning or losing. I mean, life and death.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
It's very vague advice. Also, I've just realized I'm on the wrong scene. This is my streaming scene. Where's my... There we go. Sorry about that. I pay attention. Alright, broadly applicable advice. Very helpful.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh.
Let's just get on with it already.
I didn't mean for... Okay. Yep, Crystal it is. In we go. Oh, that was so funny.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, this looks new. I don't think I've seen this cabin before. Good. This is good. This does mean we have found a path. I have successfully steered us back in the right direction. Okay.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. It's a whole different cabin.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here.
You
I hope
always
this
say
means
that.
you'll finally drop that. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
Okay. Approach the mirror to get that
Walk
over
up to
with.
the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we...
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and
Wow,
rub
it's
your
a
hand
wall.
against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
The stubborn is really giving vibes from when we fought the beast, last episode? Giving same energy. Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
In we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it.
Ugh.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Fight, fight, fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
It's usually a lot more threatening. Don't worry, that's normal.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
But we love a good fight.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Yeah, this is a really small room. The memories tab kind of gave me a little bit to go off of for what's about to happen. Oh boy. That is quite the look there, princess.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Isn't that great?
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
It's a very good knife, thank you.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Yeah, you're probably gonna succeed, it's fine. Okay, let's see, I hope you heard all that. It's very different, but it did happen. You look different, you remember me. Here to free you. Not saying I'm not here to fight. Have a few things to unpack first. Haven't decided. Slayer. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye! Turn around and leave! Oh, jeez. Okay, as much as I would love to, normally that just leads into, like, the door locking above us. Okay, you look different.
You look exactly the same.
Oh, thanks. Some things never change.
All right, fine. I believe you. What?
Yeah, you better believe us now.
What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously.
Very serious, don't worry.
You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
You didn't ask either. Could have told you.
Are you okay?
Not particularly, huh?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Yeah, who knows what happened to you? Okay. Just because it bothers you, I'm gonna take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy. Oh, gosh. Oh. Don't know what you're talking about. I never died. See how alive I am. And do a good job. Got me from which everything seems true. Remain silent. Am I just talking to the narrator in all of this, or am I talking to her? Let's just, don't worry, I'm gonna do a good job.
Great.
I'm so
Focus
good
up
at this.
And do it then.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack some things.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Okay. Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Forever's a long time, and we've got other run-throughs to get to.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, well, I guess let's just attack the princess.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
This will only go fine.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
What happened to the stubborn one?
Oh, we'll
There
make
you
it
are.
count all right.
You better.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
Well, that was fast.
You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
I think this is the first one that we've, like, directly heard break the chain. we've seen one just vanish from the location, but
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
'cause we're doing bad.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you?
What is there to get?
That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
What?
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart.
Is that
You
so?
need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Do we even win in that situation?
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Bait an opening and outmaneuver her, or strike at her heart head on. Well, we can sure try.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as
Usually
you
anything
charge
that gives
at the princess
hesitation
once
just
more.
makes us fail.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Well...
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
I guess theoretically if you just go through it.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
I don't know if I get it, but I'm trying.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee.
Oh, ow.
It collides
Yep.
with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. We're fine!
Are we?
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact,
Oh,
the blade still wedged
okay.
in her arm as you tumble
Well,
to the cold
bye,
stone
knife.
floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
Well, I guess thank you for it back.
She tosses it at your feet.
Okay, jumping the gun a little, we each died once, doesn't mean we're immortal. Were you being metaphorical when you said that nothing exists outside? It's all trees and everything. Don't you want to be free? Isn't there more to life? Done fighting you, or pick up the blade and attack her again. Usually anything that involves talking our way out of things leads to an ending here and now instead of going to a third location. So let's... I want to get the extra dialogues and stuff, though. We're not immortal.
How much more proof do you need? Would it help to watch me rise from the dead with your own two eyes?
It'd sure be interesting to see.
Fine. Go ahead. Stab me in the heart. See what happens.
The princess throws open her arms, exposing her chest. Is she really just going to let you slay her? Do it. Do it right now before she changes her mind. Hold on. What if this is a trick? If she's leaving herself open like this, there's only one way we can strike at her. For all we know, she's 3 steps ahead of us.
I mean, probably,
3 steps
but
ahead of us. Have you met her? This isn't a trick. And how would you know that?
yeah, how would you know?
Because I wouldn't think to trick us, so why would she?
That's your reasoning? Because I wouldn't do it, neither would she? Okay.
That's a great point, so please stop hesitating and end this now.
You know, sure.
The princess remains unflinching as you run her down, her stoic expression once again curving into a knowing smile as the pristine blade buries deep into her heart. Did she really just let us do that?
A little bit, yeah.
Apparently, yes.
See you soon.
And then she stumbles back into the wall,
shouldn't have
the
worked.
blade still
Take the bait
lodged
from your
firmly in her
foe.
chest. She collapses to the ground. She's dead. It's over. It's finally over.
Don't we usually have to die too for it to reset?
But it can't be over. She said she'd be back. I know that the two of you had some sort of weird bond, but look on the bright side. Now we don't have to die. Isn't that nice? No, it's not nice. I wanted to fight her forever. This is shit. It's not fair.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Life isn't fair, but what's done is done, and whether you like it or not, the entire world is in your debt for saving it from ruin. I'm sure in due time you'll learn to live with yourself. Let's just get out of here. Yes, that sounds like a splendid idea.
Let's give it a second.
Fine. You remain where you are and watch over the princess's corpse.
Mm-hmm.
She remains dead.
Good.
I'm telling you, she's coming back. She said she's coming back. She's not. She is. She's not coming back. She's dead. Your blade is embedded in her heart. You slew her. It's over. I don't know how many more times or how many different ways I need to express this objective reality before it finally makes its way through your dense skull.
Okay, well, there was no need to be rude about it.
How many different ways have you got left to express it? Because it'll take a hell of a lot more to convince me that she's not coming back. Oh, I've got plenty. Can the two of you stop arguing? No!
I think that's the first dual line we've had.
I'm not the only one who
Oh.
just saw her eyes open, right?
Hey, girl.
What are you talking about? For the millionth time, she's...
Yes, I told you I'd be back.
You still have a knife in you.
alive. We're shit out of luck, aren't we?
Just a little bit.
I knew it. I told you all that we should believe in her. This is perfect.
And you waited for me. I knew I could count on you. I knew we were connected.
The princess staggers to her feet, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade you buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
No reset, huh?
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet. You know what to do. Again. But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
I guess it just fights forever?
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Oh, is that all? Very helpful.
We just missed her heart. Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Yeah, I thought you were just narrating things as they happened, huh?
Well, I guess I had it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You guess you had it wrong. Aren't you supposed to know everything?
Uh-huh, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, opposed to untethering.
Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that.
Uh-huh, yeah, more withholding.
But you did say it, so it means something. Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her. Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean?
Well, how do I unloose the thread? Like,
You don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that.
so helpful.
Well, bloody hell not. Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts.
I love finishing thoughts.
What?
Oh. Is that the... Oh. I love even the different ones. It's just the princess can't die. You mean like the princess can't die, don't you? Oh, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought that one. I'm not gonna say the princess can't die. I'm not even gonna think it. Lie, the princess can die. Oh. Too late. I think we've all thought that.
Yes.
That
Exactly.
cannot die.
Like, the princess can't die. I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work.
I don't think you tried that hard. I think you were just desperately throwing shit at a wall and hoping it stuck, instead of, like, you know, giving us something to work with.
I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it?
That's not how that works.
Yes. Like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
Oh, have fun with that.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
But I think it was the stubborn one who said, "Your destiny awaits." Right?
Let's go, Destiny!
No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world?
She's not chained to the wall anymore. Like...
You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her. And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable.
Hey, sometimes stalling is very helpful.
And what's wrong with stalling? Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on.
I'd rather face it later, it's fine.
Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this? Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you.
I mean, if we're gonna fight forever, is it really anyone's last moments?
It's time.
Yes, I suppose it is. If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out. I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. There's a lot of flowery description coming from someone who thinks he already knows how this is going to play out. Oh, indulge me, will you? Me knowing how this is going to play out is exactly why I'm being flowery. Let me have just this one thing, alright?
Go for it.
Alright. Here it comes. The big finish.
Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess ready to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body and... Wait, no, really? What happened? Why did everything go dark? You died. That blow was apparently lethal. How anticlimactic.
Well, don't worry, we're probably gonna undive because this seems to be the route we've gone down.
You don't get it, do you? We're not dead. We're stronger than this. So stop whining and get up.
Saying get up is not going to change the fact that you're dead. How dense are
I think
you?
it's gonna.
Funny that you're calling me dense when you still haven't figured it out. We can't be dead. We're just like her. All of you need to wake up and enter the new world.
You know, maybe he has a point. If we're dead, how are we still talking? Because you being dead is reality. Because it says right here that you're...
Alive. Wake up.
Well,
alive.
that's right.
I thought I lost you there, but you've figured things out, haven't you? Good. The two of us can finally be together.
This loop won't last forever. We're not getting a third one, that's for sure. It's gonna eventually just take this version of her.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first,
Ooh.
and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act.
Oh, some of those
More
are
often
pretty
than
bad.
not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again,
Here it comes.
and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay, isn't it?
Don't worry, it's coming to a close.
Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is...
I think this is over.
What is this place?
The long quiet.
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
It's the end of something.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
Not for long. Princess stumbles and her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
Forever's exhausting. There she goes. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
We won't.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
We've been here before.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It's okay.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I'll find something. It's okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
We'll find something again. You approach the mirror. Let's check out our reflection, shall we? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've withered. It's a pretty good benchmark for how far we've gotten so far. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Let's head to that cabin. You are at the cabin. approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand it? One of us is always hurt. Doesn't that change you? Does that make you worse? What do you think of the vessel? Doesn't it hurt?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
We've had some good outcomes amongst the bad. They aren't all awful. Just mostly awful. Not really.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Okay. Any more?
We will know when we near our destination.
So helpful. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Every time with that glass shatter. Everything goes dark and you die. A bold heart bring the adversary to her.
You're on a path in the woods,
There we go.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
As there will continue to be. But thank you all for bearing with me as we attempted to find somewhere to go, trying to find a new outcome that we haven't been to on a previous playthrough. I know it's going to be a bit of a longer episode with all of the backtracking, but I hope that you all still enjoyed it. I would have liked to see the third iteration of that, but I probably would have had to fight her a little bit earlier on in that, or even turned my back on her after I thought I killed her. We've still got a handful of episodes left in this, so it's gonna be getting a little bit harder and harder still to find new outcomes, so we'll just have to do our best and see what we can manage. But for the time being, that is a wrap on this episode. I hope that you guys have been enjoying it still, even though it's getting harder to find new things. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite path so far has been. Let me know what you guys have been thinking so far. I've been enjoying this game so much. The devs really have done such a great job with it, and it's so fun to see all of the different paths. I hope in the future that they add more. Probably not though. I'm sure that they're probably getting to a point where they're gonna move on to other things, but I've loved everything they've done so far. It's been a great time. But again, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, so I hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful day, night, evening, whatever the heck it may be for you, and I hope to see you all next time. Have a good one, you guys. Goodbye.